Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Sketchy Contract starter series or tutorial series, how you want to call it. Last time we started on a fresh file and pushed all the way through to the start of tier 2. You really want to consider just leveling your suit up to maybe something like 30, at least 20, but maybe something like 30 before heading on to tier 2. However, I really don't know how difficult tier 2 will be, so I want to try what it would maybe feel like for a new player who is underleveled. So we will go, which again is a not very straightforward decision, we will go for tier 2 and we will see how it went. So you really, when you want to do that, you really want to consider all your options for the planet conditions, which is a new thing. So right now on Podcore we have no matcha installed. This really sucks for solo play especially, because you usually will have, or you used to have a matchen to install for any kind of revive. This has been removed. You can be revived by your teammates regarding of any matchen is installed. However, the matchen now does grant auto revive. So there is a misconception going on where you always have to install a matchen for it to work. So you don't have to install a matchen for you to be a revivable, or to give you a revivable option, especially in multiplayer, but also in solo. So in multiplayer, there is no auto revive. Only when a matchen is installed, we see it here, when installed, players that are die automatically revive after 30 seconds. If solo, 10 seconds. However, there is this misconception that you need a matchen to be installed on solo mode for it to work for an auto revive. The difference is, in multiplayer, you need a matchen to be installed to grant this 30-second auto revive. In solo mode, you will get an auto revive. No matter what tier you are on. You will get an auto revive on tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, as the patch is right now on 0.7.0.2. On this version of the game, you will have auto revive in solo anytime, unless you have this condition we saw in Port Coral. In this condition, get rid of the revive feature by a matchen in general. So the only thing you can do to be revived on a planet with a no matchen installed condition is you have to be in multiplayer and you have to have a friend bring you back to medbay. So, what does it say else? Additionally, if all players die, the matchen will be destroyed to prevent the team from being sent to orbit. This again is something only applied in multiplayer. A new matchen will be needed to install for further revives. I really like this change, so it is kind of like a Minecraft totem or any form of Ankh, which an extra life for prevent of a wipe. And this system is a really nice addition. So as long as you have a matchen installed in the team setting, in a multiplayer setting, you won't be able to wipe at all. So at least one person should be able to keep refilling a matchen every now and then, and you should always in multiplayer install a blank matchen only one single Medgen, nothing too expensive, with 250 credits, and this should be a fine thing to do when you go up to tier 2. In tier 1, you don't need even to install these Medgens because they are pre-installed, so only on tier 2 quota ongoing in multiplayer settings, again, especially in multiplayer settings, you should install a Medgen first hand you go on a planet. In solo, you don't need to do that necessarily. So we can go for a tier 2 planet and we can just ignore this Medgen thing because we only granted an additional revive time by the Medgen. So you shouldn't really care about a Medgen in solo play. However, you should really be aware of this planet condition because it will wipe you in a solo playthrough very easily once you died. So this is the only thing you really want to consider for the planet conditions and to know about for the Medgens. So it really sucks that we have it on Port Coral, for example, right now. We won't go there. Also, the black market vendor doesn't do anything very much for us because we don't have any credits at all. I guess we have like 30 bucks or something. Yeah, 30 bucks or something, which I really want to keep for example, recharging my shrink ray or stuff. What else do we have here? Faster daytime, only a negative thing. We can look. Poisonous lurker roots is somewhat okay. Faster daytime really sucks again for a solo player. It is playable, but the poisonous lurker roots I would prefer. What do we have over here? Night shift contamination, chips heal full. Night shift contamination could be a thing when we skip the night. It doesn't really matter for us. But the chip seal full also doesn't really do much for us because we don't want to use chips for healing, especially when we don't have our suit leveled and stuff. So this is more or less a blank planet for us right now, or we then would stay in the in Medbay overnight or skip the night. Heavy Fog, no Store Druid, Black Market Vendor. Again, nothing really nice for us. No Store Druid is the only shop we care about right now in mid-round, so we don't want to have this one. What do we have over here? No Medgen installed again, so we want to do this. Low abundance of gatherables, replenish item is free of charge. This could be a really strong thing for your first rounds. So you keep the credits when you just replenishing your shrink ray for free. So maybe we want to do something like this, but again, we don't have credits for it. So yeah, we just have to see that we play one of these 3 planets first, and we first have to unlock them because we are on a really new fresh file. But something like this or this would be preferable. You should have enough credits to unlock it when you play a tier 1 contract or stuff beforehand. Not like I did in the last video where I just pushed through on the very first one. So faster daytime again really sucks for us. What do we have here? No Medgen Assault again sucks. Secure level 2, security level 2 severe contamination just doubles, or I don't know if it doubles, but it feels like it. But for sure it increases the oxygen degen in the tier 2 area. So you can either use a new purifier from the black market or the considerably cheap oxygens for 75 credits. So this one you can really deal with. Security code spawn chance doubled is really nice once you try to push for tier 3 and get an egg or get even a golden egg or something like this. This one also, you can have a blank planet without any conditions. When you start, you maybe want to consider also something like this. There is a golden egg also. Maybe this could be nice with a double code chance or something once you have tier 3, and you can have up to 2 positive conditions. But yeah, no buns of gatherables don't really is anything for us. And Hollow Manor is security, severe contamination, and chips heal full. So we have to deal with these. And from all of these options, we will go to Treasure Island, the poisonous lurker roots. So this isn't really too bad because we just can't kill them from distance anyway. And we really have to be more or less careful anyways. So this should be fine. And yeah, with this we really want to start, get on track, and just collect everything we can and level a little bit of our suit level. We really want to maintain our quota though with 1900. So we really want to loot as much as possible. We may have to reset after 1 to 2 days, but we will see how it went. So what do we have over here? We can see... What do we have in here? And if we have anything like there's a crawler, for example, we can... We have 2 crawlers already. So you see the damage isn't too crazy. So crawlers we really can fight still. However, they hit hard. So we want to go back to Met Bay soon. And very dangerous things are mimics for us right now, due to them hitting really hard, and we don't have that much stamina yet. So everything besides crawlers might be a very heavy enemy to take on. These, however, we can take for free basically, because we can... So this one is very dangerous. I will go heal first. This one also might be dangerous. I will go heal first, and then we will try to do the flying enemy, and after this we may be able to do the hatchling X. So yeah, use the heal of the Med Bay. Again, we can have here look in the meantime. Missing Med Chain grants auto revive on death. Here it is explained again, but you can do a revive, as I said before, in a multiplayer setting. The credit is very high for the chips, but also these chips restore 200 health, so really not too shabby. And yeah, you should consider by now having also a boombox to increase this or heal remotely. But we really try to push the game to limits with this playthrough and show all the nice, all the tricks and tips to even with your worst luck and worst chances do a quota and try to see how it went here. So I hope 300 health will be enough. We will have to see about it. So it really is not enough to kill one. And there is this 30-second auto revive, which I was talking earlier. So I didn't install the Medgen, but you see we will have an auto revive anyways. And yeah. We will have to see how much health is left. And maybe after we kill this, we can go by a tactical approach. And use, for example, something like this to heal. How much is it worth? Yeah, we will have to see about it. Let me have a look first. How much health is left? Don't we see anything in there? This might be already a very, very tough thing, and this is what I wanted to show you. When you have something like this, play the day, don't be ashamed to reset. It is completely fine to reset a day, reload once on a planet, and you really, really want to consider these sometimes, especially in solo play. But yeah, I guess we have to take our time here and heal full. I don't know, I think the vibe doesn't do anything for us right now. And really, this is one of the enemies which really is dangerous. Due to not being able to dodge once it is on your head. So for this example, I really prefer to have a shotgun on me, because as a ranged weapon, I can deal with crawlers and something like this, similar to a pulse rifle or a hypernova. But with a shotgun, I get so much quicker rid of these enemies, for example. So yeah, there is a preferred playstyle. I also have one in my group which plays melee weapon and shield, which also is a very nice thing you can do as a strategy. And we may have to think about dodging out here quickly to just bring it out first, so we can recover our weapon. So things like this, there's only one enemy in the game, really, Nightwalkers, which can open doors. Use things like this to your advantage. So really, really use things like this to your advantage. You want to fight in long corridors with a ranged weapon, on distance, to be able to kill things like this. And right now, we at least recover the ground. So I completely get if this is frustrating for you. So I think the game increased the difficulty so much, holy shit. But I really want to show you how to deal with things like this. So we get ground again, so we can see where it is and maybe how much health it has left. So we have 80 of it left. We can go out here now, and once it goes back, there it is coming. We really have a long corridor to fight it. And like this, we was able to recover our ground. And right now, you should, for example, consider going back, because if you're not really comfortable with what to deal about, for example, something like this, you really have to check here the spelling for the crates. You can do these on distance. So with a ranged weapon, this is completely free. Something with a similar thing with the lurker roots. Also, you see there, cannot survive fire, so fire is really a weakness for them. Nearly indestructible with different weapons. So if you try to do something like using a shotgun, as I said before, you then should think about bringing a fire weapon. And This might be another range weapon, like for example a hyper or supernova, or especially the flamethrower. So on my team, for example, I am also, we have to be aware of the Sharky here. On my team, I really am the guy with the shotgun and a flamethrower, also specialized for slimes. So a flamethrower is a really nice addition from this point on, and yeah, you have to see we only have 600 right now, and we may want to reset here after we just get our basic stuff back and head in on a fresh day. But at least we want to get quota. Also cried hours. So we have something like the subject 6 going on. Always scan again. This room, for example, is completely free for us. So we can put out here and use our ground efficiently. There's also a doppelganger. We have a subject 6, I guess, over here. Also there's a crawler. Or somewhere around here, at least I hear one. And you really can sneak past by them. So this one we can open. And maybe I want to play this then right now, as we recovered so nicely. And have a lot of loot still here. So I really want to be efficient and collect all of these. And once I have done a fresh day, no longer enemies here, we can also run around with a weapon, without a weapon, and this might be a thing you want to do. And also you really want to have way more backstock. This, for example, is an S-crate. Before I said we really want to fight them, but right now I don't want to. We will do it, however, once I have more health. So right now there doesn't seem to be any dangerous thing around here. There over is one. So these guys who don't want to fight, holy shit. Right now we don't want to fight them. But again, as I said before, you can possibly sneak by. Or what you want to do in a situation like this, you can use your time to heal also. Because right now we don't have any reason to be down there really. And you can heal, use your time, and maybe collect then at night time higher what planet conditions do we have again? Do we have the low? No, we only have poison. Yeah, we only have poisonous lurker roots. So at night time we will get something like night substances, as well as night gatherables. And these are very, very valuable. So we really want to try to collect them right now. And we first want to heal a little bit at least. If we would have to deal with a night walker, it will be a complete disaster. But right now it doesn't seem to be the case that we have one really, really near around here. So, for example, these night blossoms, you really want to try to collect things like this in the nighttime. Also, there is a night ore and monstera and stuff, and this is the more chill part of the game, where down in the main building, right now we know of at least one dangerous enemy. So we really try to be efficient and don't bother them when they respawn at daytime. Always be prepared to get jumped here. And you already see something like these night blossoms are the things you really want to collect as well. At least one or two of them for your first burger. So once I see one, I really want to show you. Also, this iron ore you can collect for Burger Shop, but for me, I usually like to mine them more once you have filled them up at least. And yeah, you don't have to have them in large quantities. So maybe back here there might be another night blossom or stuff. There, for example, is a night blossom. We really want to have one of these. So I place down my gathering capsule first, and now I can collect it. Be aware that if you don't place your gathering capsule down, it will be only for quota in your gathering capsule, which isn't too bad. But also here's a code, which isn't too bad, but if you want to have them for the burger shop, you really want to be aware of it, because it can easily cost you the maintenance if you don't be aware how you can collect them. Also, there's a doppelganger. We have to see about this one. Maybe we want... There's also a night vein. I have really high loot. We'll place it down here. Doppelganger is far enough away. And I think right now I really want to go back and just fully heal before we deal with any other shenanigans. So this one we really want to keep. And maybe we will be able to also get our hands on a derp. Or 2 derps, in fact. Because when we will be able to get our hands on a derp, or 2, because you need 2, we will have enough things to create our first burger once we reached the 20 percentage mark. And from there, you usually want to have a burger intus on your very first night, because it is a 30-minute buff, which helps you survive basic situations more likely. However, when you die often, you don't want to put them in over and over again, because they will get removed on death. So really are aware of this as well. And yeah, I try to now recover a little bit, and then we may be able to sneak in a little bit for the night. I will go in 300. So we may be able to take at least 1 night substance. We have to see. Depending on where the baddies are over here. That example is a derp. This one. Derp did go over there. This also did. So maybe we have a night substance over here. Sad. Alright. However, we at least get a little bit of a modifier. And our suit level. And right now this is completely free again. We already cleared this area, so we can run around here without being stressed out, having to fight anyone, and could first collect everything we left over here. And then see what we want to fight. So here is the crawler. Again, use the doors. Really use the doors. It's so useful. And use the fact that when you have low inventory, you have less stamina consumption. In fact, when you have no items in your inventory at all, you sprint infinitely. So really be aware of a system like this. And now I will try to fight a mimic we had over here. Right? Somewhere over here. Was it this one then? It was this one then. And I will do one dodge. And this is a general bug. I don't know why it occurs so often, but when you go back to the mimic, it should be active again. So don't get jumped by these. Really, you want to try to kite them and dodge out once, and then you can fight them. And you utilize your shrink ray. What do we have over here? There's a mine as well, and a normal crate. And then for something like this, use your mines to advantage as well. If you have one, use it to advantage. Especially something like a doppelganger gives you so much quota, and they are considerably easy to fight. Eggs are completely free. This one is a normal spelling crate, so yeah. We have already what amount here? 500 again. So when we will be able, also we have the code, when we will be able to clear all this for loot, we can head then on to the second area and should be able to get a little bit more out of our time in value. So this one was greed over there. This one is an ass crate. So we really want to fight it. Again, kite it as long as you can and dodge then only one attack. This really should be able, there I get one hit and also do 60 damage, which is good to know, so you won't be one hit. And something like the greed you can do, give it a decoy item. Just give it a decoy item so it don't take your weapon first, and then it is completely fine for you. It won't bother with you especially. It will attack our other multiplayers. And for now it is fine. We will be able to fight it as well, but we don't have to if you're not comfortable with it. You should, however, consider, because all these basic enemies are just dodge out and you will be fine. Oh, there was a second doppelganger over. Oh, no, it was upstairs, right? So, alright. We'll see how the greed one goes. I hope I'm not too... embarrassing. This one maybe over here as well. Place everything down so you have more stamina to fight him, and then just use your long corridors. Dodge through, dodge back, go through, and it's fine. You get your decoy item back, you get a greed, you don't even have to shrink it. And this should be fine. So right now I have everything here which I want to have. So we will be taking one charge or one batch of items, and the other ones we will take at night time. So we have a little bit of efficiency going on where we can do. Also, even if we don't have... Oh, it's not a free replenish. Oh, alright, alright. But if you have the free replenish, you really want to consider just charging when you get back to ship. I forgot about this, I thought. But you really want to consider just charging when you go back to ship, because it's such a good thing to keep your shrink ray stocked. Also, there's a big fishy we discovered, much stronger. But it should be fine with a range weapon. So. Out here, something like these lurker roots also is a very good Crota thing. Because, yeah, they take time with a basic rifle, but there are, similar to hatchling eggs, completely free enemies to get. And these are way more spooky. So we should be fine, I think, from our health amount. But I will see about it. You really want to just dodge out. We're not fine. Alright. But it's okay. They explode. You see, deals 70% of target max health with a minimum of 250 and a maximum of 500. So this is a reason you usually want to have a boombox by now. Because when you are full health, you can just face tank them. In the worst case. Or you can kill them beforehand, preferably. So, however, we don't have the time to re-get our health right now, because we do some stupid thing going onto tier contract without a boombox and so on low level. But I hope it should be fine though. We have around 500 laying down there. We have already 800 going. So roughly 1200 on the ship. And or 4 Crota already collected. So we nearly need 500 Crota or stuff. Which would already be something like a subject 6 maybe? Be a little bit careful now. Alright, so back there is also a toxic slime, so be aware that these will be difficult enemies to kill. Where is it? There is it. There's a crocodile. A crocodile would also be a very nice thing to have. I don't know, is it? Where does it go? You can usually find it a little bit over distance. And this, for example, might be our goal here. But we will see about it. We take our lurker roots first. This one I can't get. Nice. This one I can get at least. And go back over here. You can put it already on the ship. And we may want to come back on the third day here. Oh. There's Pew Pew. 1700. 1700 is so much health. We won't be able to do this with so less stamina. So we will really head back here. Also, this is another thing. Learn when to pivot. It sounds boring, but learn when to pivot. Because, yeah, all these streamers and content creators, when they go in for going ham and everything, it's fine. But you really want to consider just playing it nice and safe. I will take weapon in case we have something over here. And we will have to go at least 3 times. And then we will see how much quota we have to collect. But we should be able to do it nearly. Although I would prefer to have at least some things spare. Alright. So we covered all this, and I will do something considerably dumb, I guess, again. But we will try to fight a night creature in some sort of way. We have to see if it is a Nightwalker, Subject 6, or Derp down there. But first we have to heal, and see her after we healed up then. Alright, so nearly healed full. We really have to see if it is possible in the time, because we do also so low amount of damage. We will head on now, even though I'm not completely healed full. Oh, there's a Nightwalker. Really don't want to fight a Nightwalker though. Which health do we have? The derp though. Alright. We go back. Doesn't stand a chance there. Doesn't worth it. So we heal the rest of the night, and learned from this that gathering the other things is way more promising right now for us. So we will fight then back there the doppelganger instead, when it is daytime again, and we will take our gathering capsule to fully 350 and stuff. And take everything we put on the ship to see how much is left, and just try to reach our quota there by scrapping everything together which we can. I wasn't so sure that the ship was landing so near to the shore. Just heal a little bit more. And then I really guess we have to push just for everything we can collect there. Oh, there also is one of these. We try to lure them first. And then we can do this as well. Gotta reset it. There we get a hit due to stamina. Get reset it. Also have one of these. And now we really have to see how much quota we need to meet the quota. Because right now it doesn't look that promising, to be completely honest here. Oh. Well. Alright. Never said any word, I guess. So I guess from now on then it's just surviving. Which then we can try do something dumb again. Yeah, I like that idea. So we already met our goal to maintain quota. So we really want to maybe do something like crocodile over the whole day. We will see about it. I'm not too sure. We will heal up first. We already met our quota, so you see it is still possible. And from now on, we will be able then, with a boombox, to even more increase this whole thing. And I am level 10 in suit level right now. So experience and knowledge and when to pivot, when to take a slow one, does so much in this game. So really preparation is so much. So yeah, I really can't stress enough that I really find amazing that newer players tend to keep saying, well, but I will get one shot by everything. Yeah, but when just running down into a Nightwalker or Crocodile or whatever, completely blindly, then yeah, you will die. We saw that already here. And nothing wrong about it. So again, I also do very dumb things from time to time, but sometimes these games really need to play it safe. So in other Crota games, you also wouldn't do something like, yeah, but I have the choice by bringing one item, which meets then our quota, and we safely can play on a long run, which will, by the way, in other Crota games be completely gone and resetted. Or I can try to get this cool thing. I would rather only get the cool thing when our quota thing is only already met. So yeah, this is really a thing. Also, we still have our gathering capsule on us, so this is an additional 315 quota there, and yeah. Long story short, play it safe, take your time. Don't stress yourself to push some things like this, and I guess enjoy. So where's our crocodile friend over here? Back there. Alright, so 70 from a hit. Is not too shabby. Fair enough. That was a little bit too slow. And we will do just 2 less damage. So we just want to recover our items there and maybe take another gathering item so we can fill our capsule. And then I guess it's fine for this one. We also still have the Pew Pew over there. This would be a more reasonably thing to deal with. But anyway. We may want to take only this crawler back there. Fill up our inventory one last time. For an example, some rocks over here. And then we really want to head back before our crocodile friend over there gets us. It was spooky near, holy shit. For a second I thought that we will lose our weapon or stuff. But yeah, we have 2,400 Crota right now. So even with our starting 400 Crota, I guess, or what was it? We was able to maintain the 2,000 Crota. Which again should be always our goal, to reach our Crota and more, to stock up for maybe some shenanigans where we still die and don't get anything. So we head back to Sketchy's and see what we can buy from our money. We put in this one. We put in for sure all the things we can't use for the burger shop, like these large things. Things like this, the star one. And you already see we have here plenty of crawlers and hatchlings. So these really are items which you want to just stock up for your burger shop. So in this case, however, we can sell them due to they are so abundant on the maps. And we more likely would love to have the other things stay. But we will see how far we can come with only our corpse here. And maybe we still have to sell a little bit of the other things. $800, so we can see about the soda, for example, is very expensive. So we can take this. And this juice box seemed to be very expensive. And now we have 13 something, maybe. There would be sugar, it would be mustard. 13 and a 20. 13 and a 20 item. We have this juice box with 21 and a mustard with 13. And oh, I choked there my math. I guess this one would be perfect, this bread. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, don't want this. We will get now 307 credits from it. So this is enough to replenish our so we have 40 credits already. Get now 300 on top, so we have 340 credits. We can see, oh, there was also like a root. Our replenish thing is already full due to not being able to use it that much. We would have way more quota if we can use it on a little bit different mimics or stuff. So we would replenish it here for some credits, but right now we can use our spare credits to buy things over here. And the first thing I really want to buy is either a boombox for 300 credits, but preferably a new weapon, which will be for me a shotgun. And then I have 100 credits still spare to keep for another round. And from now on, the shotgun will deal more damage, just more damage. So pulse rifle is fine as well, a shotgun is fine as well. Flamethrower could be an option here. I don't know how many is a flamethrower. Is it 100? Then we can do also a combination. We have to see how it is after the update. It is 100, so we will get then a flamethrower. So we have one spare weapon in a ship, which is a basic pulse rifle. That is okay for me. And I have a flamethrower for slimes, I have a flamethrower for lurker roots, and I have a shotgun for most of the other enemies. We have a spare weapon over here, we can put it down. We have a shrink ray, and healing is still done by the med bay, but this should be fine. And now I have a suit level of full health. I can start maxing out with stamina, and for every 2 points in stamina I put 1 point in range damage for me. So we will see how it goes. I'm not sure if it is the best idea to try to push for 2300 quota, but I will see if we do it or if we reset, because again we are still level 15, so not even half the way through the quota 1 level setup, and we can see how our plant conditions are. I don't mind playing one again on the planets over here. Maybe we'll do Port Lumen first, before we can then buy another planet, which also might be a thing you want to have quota for. But yeah, what do we have over here? Replenish items for free would be amazing. Security level 3, severe contamination don't really is a thing for us right now, as we don't have to push there. So maybe we will do this one and try to push for a 2,300 quota. We can see how we can, if we can get so far. But yeah, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you saw once again that even with low possibilities we can push these quotas, and when you are prepared and get more backstock, it should be easy to you to maintain and level up your suit and then be prepared for tier 2. So hope you enjoyed. See you then in a next video, and ciao, ciao.